With a honk if you love Jesus, sticker on the bumper of her car.
All right, welcome back to Doug Pagitt Radio. We have a little segment called Cripes, Come On, You Gotta Be Kidding Me, where we are reminded that there's things in this world that are not the way they're supposed to be. There's some things in this world that just make you cry out. This is not just us complaining. This isn't just us being snarky and funny. This is us offering up to the listeners a
whenever you
lament.
say something like that, this is not just us being, that you immediately compromise. Like, you mean
well, it's like somebody says it's not about the money, it's definitely
like,
about the money.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. We're not just complaining. We're lamenting. It's better than a complaint. A lament calls you to a two-step action: lament and then hope. Where complaining, you can get stuck in complaining forever. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the show, we will have a right on, because there's some things in this world that are the way they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So there's things in this world that make you say, "Cripes, come on, you got to be kidding me!"
I can't
literally
wait.
Out loud, like yelling them.
Yes.
And then there are some things that make you praise the rightness of the world, that things are right on.
So what do you got?
Well, the Cripes is going to go out to our fiscal leaders in the federal government who made up a crisis, promoted it as a solution, and now are just going to cause a problem and then get everybody all stirred up. And the Cripes in this is everything is going to work out just the way it needs to, because the economy, of which taxes are a part, is a completely manufactured system. There isn't there is no real economy. There isn't anything. It's just a set of agreements.
The woods.
Yeah, it's not a physical law. It's not it's not an actuality.
Gravity.
It's a set of agreements and how people are going to live, and we're going to allocate resources based on these things. And so it's a completely human construct, and they're going to work it out. But it gets everybody all stirred up because. And this is the part that really bugs me about it. Well, there's two of them. One of them on this fiscal crisis thing, which just makes me say cripes every time I hear it, is the people's big worry all the time is, what is this going to mean for the markets?
Yes.
What is it going to mean for my 401? The markets, who cares? I mean, honestly, the confusion in this country between the markets and the economy. People are like, what does it mean for my money that I'm going to get 30, 40, 20 years down the road? It's just so short-sighted and nonsense and greedy. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I am totally irrational about it. It's like talking to me about guns. Just completely irrational. Just out of my mind. By the way, on that note, you remember when we were children, because we're old now, that you used to be able to go to the little superette or go to the drugstore and buy candy cigarettes?
Yes.
Remember little candy cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
And they were kind of,
My
they were
brother
kind
bought
of
'em
minty, and they had a
all the
little
time.
red thing on the end. Yeah, and you'd fake like you were
Staple
smoking.
in my
And then
house
they said, you
growing
know
up.
what? You're not going to sell candy cigarettes to kids. You can't do that anymore, right? So like it's illegal. You can't do that. We should do the same thing with toy guns.
Yeah, they should.
Yep. Cut it.
Yeah.
2012, 2013, people are going to look back on it like
We should put
1972.
that on our New Year's resolution.
Get rid of toy guns.
Toy guns.
Boy, you really want to be that guy,
I'd have
don't
to
you?
clear my house out.
Oh,
Those
jeepers.
Lego guns
Unbelievable.
alone, those
But anyway,
little
this
Lego
fiscal
guns.
cliff thing, cripes to the whole deal. These guys, unbelievable.
And it's not like they're stupid people
No.
who have no resources and,
No,
and
I
they're
mean,
low intelligence and
it just makes me crazy. And then the Republicans, who probably are going to be comfortable, because I've heard lots of Republicans say this, is, hey, we go off the fiscal cliff, which means taxes go up. And then we get to cut taxes. So we're on the record for. So here's the thing about these guys. This is the thing.
Then they don't
These
have to-
libertarian Tea Party types, and I know there's listeners who are part of that crowd, and you've got to defend yourselves on this one. These people, and there's
boy,
never anything
this
good
is
that
trouble.
comes when somebody starts with these people.
I know.
There just can't be anything good out of it when you've minimized someone down to the category of these people. But these people who have that view, they don't care about what the rate of taxes are. They only care if they got to raise or lower them.
Right.
So the actual amount of taxes isn't really what they're worried about.
It's
Because they just always want to cut them.
Cut them. A whole bunch of them sign that pledge.
That's right.
Right.
So
so that I will never raise taxes.
I will never raise taxes, rather than
If
making
we
a
go.
pledge to say we're going to make sure that we have fair and economic stimulating tax base.
and stability.
I mean, it's just such a crazy notion to me that they would be like, oh, just let them go up, then we can cut them. But if we go into a deal now, it will look like we're raising taxes.
Right.
So we just want to
And
say
we won't get
our
reelected.
fingerprints on it. That whole thing is just like how these people get away with that. It just makes me
but
nuts.
it
So
makes
cripes
kind of
on all their houses.
additional cripes that they think that they get away with it in part because we're all so stupid that we say, oh, well, they didn't raise taxes. That they even think that that's a necessary strategy.
I see what you're saying. That's even going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I didn't do it.
the
Wasn't me.
voter
Yeah, right.
is the voters. They have so low opinion of
It's
we as voters, which they probably should because our memories are so short. We don't remember things. And,
I sure don't.
And then they do things like this, and then they can
Unbelievable.
say that and get away with it at the next election.
Cripes on all of them.
Yeah. Cripes on all of us.
Cripes.
We need to pay
Get Arby's
better
on your face.
attention.
All right, the come on.
Yeah.
The come on goes out, and I'm finding myself conflicted about delivering this one. But our typical sort of adult radio stations in the Twin Cities didn't play Christmas music this year. Any of them.
You're upset about that?
Yeah, I'm upset about that. I mean, I hate Christmas music. But
yeah, I know.
from 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve to 6 p.m. on Christmas Day, they all used to play Christmas music.
And you wanted that?
Well, when you're in the car and you're driving somewhere.
I can't believe you.
It's kind of nice.
You cannot give out a come on for no Christmas music when you complain about Christmas music all the time.
Well, I don't have to like it to think. This is the thing This is the collective. This is the collective agreement that shops are closed, that all public places are shut, that like everything shifts.
So
These guys, hang on. These guys get paid extra, the DJs, to work that day. So there's all the benefits of days off and family time and people cheering each other on, all that. And one piece of that was that these radio stations used to deliver a little Christmas music. So if you're in the kitchen, you could just turn on the thing and you'd have, a few hours of some typical holiday stuff, right? There's sort of the soundtrack to the holiday.
But this was the year that nobody, except the current, which you argue nobody listens to because it's a public radio station.
No, it's not because it's a public radio station, because it's pretentious, bad music.
It is not.
So one little station, of all the stations, the public radio station, right? Hilarious.
With awesome music.
Oh, never. Hilarious. Doesn't do it. So I was like, oh, come on. And then I thought, well, maybe it's not 6 o'clock yet. So it's after 6 o'clock, I turn on all the stations. Not a one of them. And there used to be 5 or 6 that I would listen to, across the radio dial.
This truly makes me suspect that you just want to complain. I cannot believe you were looking for Christmas music.
You don't understand the complaint. The complaint is there was a social agreement. Not Doug likes it.
Social agreement.
Not Doug likes it. Doug doesn't complain about things just that because if I did that, I'd be complaining all the time because I don't like most things. The complaint is, oh, come on. This used to be the thing that these radio stations did as their contribution to the festive season. It's like someone hanging Christmas lights. It's taking days off of work. It's having all your public places closed because it's Christmas Eve and then it's Christmas Day. All of those things are part of a...
But should all those radio stations do it for all the other holidays then too as a service?
What other days do we do this? Now, look, I'm not even arguing the religious piece of it. You can sing Santa Claus
Hanukkah.
and Rudolph. We don't close any... The rest of the no other holiday commands the social response.
Well, maybe they're trying to change that.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Don't let them off the hook. Come on, all of you. You unbelievable. Okay, you got to be kidding me. I'm giving it to myself. I deserve it.
You do.
Because the last week I've been saying to myself, you are such an unbelievable.
What'd you do?
I bought a new pair of shoes, running shoes, and they're quite minimalist sort of running shoes. And I only bought them because I needed a larger size to wear my thick socks because it's cold. I need winter running shoes. So I had to get winter running shoes, which moved me off to new shoes. And because they were so minimalist, I strained my left knee.
Oh.
So here I am, the first week. I'm going to do my 2 long runs, a 90-minute and a 3-hour on Friday and Saturday. And the first week of 16 weeks of training for my ultra marathon, for my 50-mile marathon.
You've got a strained knee.
What do? I hurt myself. because of a
sorry.
dumb decision I made. You got to be kidding me. I mean, it's like I'm some kind of a running amateur.
Did you run too long in the minimal shoes?
Well,
or
I'm
something?
sure. Yes. I'm sure it's that I went I went too far. I went 90 minutes each time, 2 days in a row, and my knees all swollen up and hurting. And I'm like, now it's gonna be better now. I think it's fine. I think it was just a little irritation. But that just
tablets
when someone hurts themselves, it just.
I'm raising my hand,
worst.
listeners, because
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, who?
I'm starting over in my running
It's like
life
I'm a
for
running
the
novice.
third time for this kind of overtraining.
Oh.
So I understand. And yesterday I almost did it again because I was just so I'm so sick of being moderate and running carefully, but I didn't.
Drives me crazy. All right, so
So now are you?
Boehner and Obama, you're getting the cripes. Come on, local radio stations, do your part. Pick it up. Be part of the system. And come on, Ms. Pagitt, you got to be kidding me. Utterly ridiculous. Hey, we're going to be back here after the break with Brian Dalton. He's Mr. Deity, and if you're not familiar with MrDeity.com, you're going to become familiar with it soon because it's nothing short of awesome. So we're going to be back here with Mr. Deity here after the break.